love a good Dave rant? Want to see the latest Ramsey Show videos going viral? Check out your favorite moments from The Ramsey Show on YouTube. Go watch and subscribe to The Ramsey Show channel on YouTube.
Alrighty. Live, Ramsey Show's over, after show beginning. What up, Tat? Put my links in the chat. Not rushing today. Today actually right on time, so maybe that's why it seems like rushing. Let's see. Stream looks good. No skip frames thus far. Just put my links in the chat and then we'll get going. Links will be interrupted by, actually, all the links are together, but had two people in the chat, and there's AJ. Oh, AJ is in front of one of the links as well. That's okay, though. All right, so let's still 419 subscribers. Don't have that lucky 420, yo. So one more will be 420, though. Pretty cool. Episode 324. Date is star date 7.21.2022. Let's see. No problem, Maddie Bags. Like I said, I mean, you're not asking her for permission, right? You were just letting her know. She doesn't even have to have a speaking part in that. You just tell her you're going to do that because it doesn't work the way you're doing it now. And if she asks you what doesn't work about it, you tell them because I put money in there to make a payment, and then next thing I know, it's gone. But that's only if she asks you what about it's not working. If she doesn't say anything, just assume she heard you say that you're going to get an account. Just let her know you're only going to put money that you're sending to debt anyway, so it doesn't affect her at all. And tell her she can look at the account anytime she wants to. You'll be more than happy to show that anytime she wants to, and she'll see money going in and that exact money going out to car payments. So most of the time you should have a zero balance in there unless you're saving up for the next time you can make a payment. So that's the dealio on that. All right. AJ's a real boy. Cool. All right, let's listen for the drum taps. Put that speaker there, that one there. Like all plans, it starts with step one. It didn't used to be, though. $1,000 emergency fund. More on that later. In step two, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of those charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, and why I host this after show. If you don't like the way it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Now step 4 is when you can take a breath. Go, let's gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for no college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like the way is working out, you should do the baby steps, yes you. And if you want to have that financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. And if you're a trumpet, you should take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show brought to you by D.H. Schumann. Thank you so much, D.H. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and that is Dave Ramsey's company. And you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. These links are at the top of the chat and in the video description below and on the right side of my YouTube banner. You can email me about anything, yes, anything, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can reach me on the Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And you can donate to the channel just like D.H. Schumann did, so I can make it better at paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. All right. Let's see if there's anything to catch up with in the chat. Tat said last night one of the wildfires there finally got fully contained, burned over 6,500 acres, and Tat is in Texas is where that happened. I'm glad it's contained. Alrighty, what did we... Oh, so I wanted to talk about in the Baby Steps song. The first part is about step 1. All plan starts with step 1, $1,000 emergency fund. Dave revealed today that when he first set up the Baby Steps, there was no step 1. There was no starter emergency fund. It was just step 1 was pay off all your debt. Except mortgage. And so... eventually, though, after people would ask him, well, I got this, I got that, I got a tire, need to be repaired, I got this emergency. So then he added the $1,000 emergency fund later on, as more people ask him about that. So, because when he did it, he didn't have a $1,000 emergency fund either. They just worked it out. They paid off all their debt. Anything that came up, they just cash flowed. So there you go. Interesting tidbit from Dave. Somebody asked in the Ramsey Show chat last week or earlier this week about if Dave had a book about him, losing everything and going bankrupt. Today he started talking about this because he was answering the blinds.com question of the day. Question asked when/how, I think. How did he, when and how he made his first million after declaring bankruptcy. And so he was thinking it probably wasn't, he said starting the Lampo Group, which is the company that owns the Dave Ramsey Show. And now the Ramsey Show, starting that company actually cost them money, so they weren't net worth millionaires as fast as they would be. So it was a little later on. I don't think he ever said, I was kind of busy at the time, so I don't know if he ever said the year that happened, but he was talking about a bunch of stuff like that. Alrighty. AJ got some fam in Granbury. Assuming that's a city in Texas. Speaking of Dave Ramsey, hey, guess what? He was the leading host today in the big chair and on a brand new show today, obviously. And with him was our boy George Camel, and we have this much of a song for him, and it goes like this. Yeah, 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 yeah. He used to host YouTube back in the day. King Coleman calls him George, Camel with a K. Now George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost a cent. They borrow future entree leadership and the fine print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was Camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears aces and Deloney wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paid his house off. Baby step 7, y'all. Got a second dog. Got a 2013 Tesla. Told a lady to sell her house. No, her horse. To sell her horse. And that was the big problem. The big problem was he told her that the horse didn't know her name. So that fire down in Possum Kingdom was still pretty bad last I heard. Possum Kingdom, I guess another part of Texas. Is Texas Talk in the chat? AJ is considering using DC over cash. Is that debit card, AJ? Is that what you're talking about, Willis? Because I never use cash. I never had a problem with it. I never had a problem with it because once I did the budget, stuck to the budget. So did not have to do cash. Did not have any problem going over budget. So always use debit card. Yeah, I always use debit card. Never had a problem. So if it's going to be a problem, if you're going to be going over, then you do the envelope system. You use just cash, and then you don't go over because you run out of cash. And here's where we go. Whoops. Almost hit the wrong one. Market report. Darn it. Not scrolled up again. I always forget to scroll it back up. Water. I think since this Diet Coke, I love it. Coke Zero Sugar, love it. Since the 2 liters are about twice as much as they were. They've like doubled in price since the Pandy era, and so I've cut down probably about 75% of my pop drinking, mixing in a whole lot more water. So AJ has trouble keeping up with the transactions and receipts. Okay, so you want to be able to look at it right in your on your bank account. Yeah. So yeah, so that does indeed make it easier to track, obviously. Tat found something about rental cars. There is a company that does not charge any additional fees or deposits for paying with a debit card. Okay, which one is that? Is that Enterprise? Correct, Enterprise. Beam me up, Scotty. Alrighty, so as you can see, I mean, I don't want to say nothing, but, you know, 2 days in a row. Fantasy mutual funds because of the NASDAQ performance. And today, your boy probably going to win it again. We'll see. NASDAQ up the most, 1.36%. And previously, during the I guess, recession that we're in, and the market correction, almost like a double correction even, the NASDAQ was down more than the S&P 500. I don't know. Let's check the year-to-date and let's see what we got. Down 17.88%. In the year, that's the 1 year, not the year-to-date. Year-to-date is down 23.83, and the S&P down 844. That's the 1 year, and 16. Okay, so the S&P is still a lot better off than the NASDAQ is as far as how much it's dropped. But you know, NASDAQ coming back up, and maybe it'll catch up and be able to at least match those numbers. We'll see. Almost right at 1%, 0.99%. S&P 500, followed by Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is the total market index. That's 0.51%, just a hair over 0.5%, and right around 0.5% as well, 0.48% is the Russell Small Cap Index. All right, let's see. AJ's got a run. You can take the truck if you need to. Oh, Alamo. As long as you have a ticketed itinerary to show the date you leave, they don't charge you extra. All righty. Cool. If you don't have an itinerary, they charge between $200 to $400 extra as a deposit. Interesting about that. I think Enterprise, that was $2, doesn't charge any of that stuff. I don't believe, and they're fine with debit cards as well. NASDAQ future slide as what happens? Let's see what this is. As Snap results weigh on technology stocks. So, I mean, the one company, Snapchat, should not affect the entire technology industry. We'll see. And this was updated 10 minutes ago, so we'll see. Fell in overnight trading Thursday as investors just digested a fresh batch of corporate earnings and disappointing results from Snap, which sent social media shares reeling. Okay, so if it's just the social media shares, we'll see. What does it say there? I was going to say exactly what Snap reported. Second quarter results that fell short of analyst expectations. Oh, and the snaps of the Snap shares plummeted a whopping 26%. All right, well, let's verify what's going on with the... Let's see if that's down. I mean, it's up right now after hours trading. It's the most up of all the three indices here at 0.60. So overreaction to say it's all of technology. So, but you know, it's news media. What can you do, right? What can you do, CNBC, huh? Maybe be a little bit more measured, but that doesn't get any headlines. Doesn't get as many clicks if you're measured. So to next week on the 26th, we have Alphabet, which owns Google, reporting in the during trading day, and then right at trade close, Microsoft Corporation that same day will report. Day after that, Meta, artist formerly known as Facebook. Day after that, Apple and Amazon. Both of those after the market close, and right at the market close on August 2nd, Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. We're doing that. The most followed single stocks on the Google. The most up, Tesla, 9.78%, probably because Tesla got a lot of cash, like almost, I believe, $1 million. Is that what it was? Let's see. Let's skip ahead and look at that. What does it say? Oh yeah. Almost $1 billion. They cashed out $936 million in Bitcoin after a year of crypto turbulence. And I wonder if anywhere, I'll read this in this again. I'll hit this story on the way down the tabs shortly to see if they happen to mention how much they are down from when they bought it, because I'm sure they took a loss. But and this represents 75% of their Bitcoin holdings, so they still have 25% of the whatever total they had. And this represents 75%, as I said. So they have that much more cash, so people like that, so that they can make moves with that. Oh, where was I? So 9.78 for Tesla, so that'll kick up your NASDAQ for the day. Thank you, Tesla. Amazon.com, 1.52%. Apple just behind that, 1.51%. Alrighty. Meta Platforms, artist formerly known as Facebook, barely up 0.04%, and that's the low of these top. What is it? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Alrighty. Check out the rest of the planet. Let's see. We got mostly up in Europe, mostly up in the Asia. Check out how the US dollar is doing. Down to the euro, down to the Japanese yen, down to the British pound low, down to the Canadian dollar, and also down to the Australian dollar, mate. Always shrimp on the bobby tonight, and this reverses the clean sweep yesterday. This is a clean sweep the bad way today, which that does seem to happen quite a bit when the market is all up, when all the indices or indexes is up. Let's check the crypto. Bitcoin down, maybe because of Tesla bouncing out. Maybe other people bounced out just because Tesla sold 75% of their stake in Bitcoin, perhaps. Dogecoin down as well. Alrighty. We did that one. We did in the eurozone. BBC reports. They do a pop-up first, though, but then they report. Eurozone raises interest rates for first time in 11 years. They raised it by how much? 0.5 percentage point. So now the key interest rate is 0 there. So apparently it was negative, and they plan further hikes this year, probably to combat the inflation, just like we have been doing here in the United States. Oh no! Man, I can't read this. This is like what does this say? Meet the COVID Super Dodgers. The No COVID Club gets more exclusive every day, and some members have no idea how they're still there. I mean, I don't be getting, I don't like stay away from anything any more than I did before Pandy. I go to a grocery store a couple times a week usually. I've been to movie theaters that were sold out even. No Pandy. My girlfriend though has had it 3 times, so maybe between the two of us we average out to, what is that? 1 point. So I don't know. You guys do the math. I don't know about that. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. I wanted to read a little bit more about that since I am one of those that didn't get it. Anybody else in the chat did not have it at all? Oh, Maddie Back says perfect example. She got the oil change, then our back door hasn't been working. Then it's 150 to get it reprogrammed. Never even asked me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Maddie Bag. So you're not asking her if you're gonna get a new bank account just for your car payments. You're telling her as a courtesy. And you're also telling her that she can have a look at it anytime she would like to. You're not going to use it for extra money. You're not going to use it for anything like that. You're just putting extra money in there. And then when you can make a payment, you're going to make a payment using all of it. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm just wondering how much, like if it calculates what they lost. And if not, I'm gonna, let's see, Tesla aggressively embraced Bitcoin in 2021, investing $1.5 billion in the currency. So maybe they didn't lose that much. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. In recent months, Tesla's profitability is affected by Bitcoin impairment, it said in its financial summary of the second quarter. So, yep. It soared to delirious heights in 2021. So maybe they didn't lose that much money. Let's see. If it says a single Bitcoin was valued at more than $24,000 on Wednesday before Tesla revealed its sell-off. As of Thursday morning, it had fallen well below the 23,000 mark. Okay, let's see. How much did Tesla lose by selling Bitcoin in 2022? He dismisses crypto, Elon Musk does, as a sideshow, but is open to buying more. A year after touting long-term potential? Yeah, well, you know, I mean, guess what happened? They bought a bunch of it. Elon talked about it having long-term potential. Guess what happened? More people bought it. So if you buy something, you touting it is, I would think that would be expected. Not finished with that currency. I'll just look at a couple of these and say... and then I'll try to look at it tomorrow. Offloaded 75% of its Bitcoin, which was worth about $2 billion at the end of 2021. So if it was at the end of 2021, if it was worth $2 billion and they sold 75% of it for $936,000. Maybe $300,000 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not great at like math like that. So let's see, how much did they profit? Tesla recorded a 2.26 billion profit according to the report, down from last quarter, but well above its figure from a year ago. That was 24 hours ago. So maybe it was because it went way up after they bought it. It went up enough to cover their losses then, maybe. All right. Did they take a loss on Bitcoin? Let's see. Must seems to have timed the market well. A rough calculation implied Tesla lost only around 189 million, and I thought 300 million. So I was wrong, but you know, I mean, that's close enough for me for head math. Based on the difference, blah, 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 blah. Around 189 million is what it's calculated as. All right. So that's not bad. If you got another 936 million in cash now that won't be lost, if Bitcoin continues to go down, which it did today, or is doing currently. Let's check on it again. Yep. And that, again, the crypto goes 24 hours a day. It doesn't shut off at 4 p.m. like the stock market. So we did that one, we did that one, we did that one. This is from Yahoo Finance. Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon. And let's pause that. Camel, let's pause it. I did. David Solomon details the big thing to watch, phrasing and markets. Let's see what he says. Thinks it would be wise for investors to pay attention to the path of corporate earnings in the weeks ahead. I do see a little bit more market volatility, but I think the volatility at this point the market is expecting. He said on Yahoo Finance Live at the firm's 10,000 Small Businesses Summit. I think you've got to watch corporate earnings, and up to this point, corporate earnings have hung in reasonably well. But then with a tightening economic environment, I think you're going to see more pressure on corporate earnings. Don't know why I keep messing up. Corporate earnings, because I keep wanting to say the in earnings in corporate, maybe. Solomon added that the situation is chess math. If we kept the same earnings multiple on the S&P 500 and corporate earnings decreased by 10%, you can figure out what the market impact is. So I think the big thing to watch in the next 12 months is corporate earnings. He said that 80 billion times. If you're a student of history, anytime we've been in this kind of environment, declining corporate earnings lags at that, and that may put a little bit more pressure on stock markets. All right, so we'll keep an eye on them. Corporate earnings. Boom, boom, boom. Netflix's vision for the future of streaming. This from CNN Business. More expensive or less convenient? And Netflix lost roughly 1 million customers last quarter, the most in the company's 25-year history, but it stopped the bleeding in a nightmarish year, and the company believes that its new long-term initiatives will boost sales and subscribers. I don't know about all of that. Those efforts, which include cracking down on password sharing, that may help a little, but you could also lose people that won't be able to like split the bill or gift the bill down, to friends and family members as well. So you may lose some subscribers over that, but you also may get a couple of the added subscribers. And introduced a lower price tier with ads. I don't think people are going to like that much. But we'll see. They were cheered, and that was cheered by Wall Street, though, that they were trying that stuff. So, however, they're diametrically opposed to what helped make Netflix the king of streaming in the first place, its beloved consumer experience. Streamers never been able to compete with rivals like Disney in terms of sheer content, but it built its company around giving customers the best overall experience possible. Now Netflix is trading away some of that experience so that it can grow in the media business, also stay, relevant at all even. So, all right, that's all we need from that one. Market watch, we can't read the whole thing, but U.S. leading economic index pointing to recession around the end of the year. I don't know what that's all about, because the definition of recession, let's look it up again, shall we? Recession. Look this up before. A variety of factors. No, it doesn't. What will a recession mean? Recession. Business cycle contraction where there's general decline in economic industry. Specifically, now where is it? There we go. The definition. Significant decline in general economic activity in designated region. It had been typically recognized as 2 consecutive quarters of economic decline as reflected by the GDP. And so we've had that. So we're in a recession. Dave called that over, said we're in one. He said that over like 2 months ago, something like that. month and a half ago, something like that. Dave Ramsey already said that. But so if maybe that other article is using this more wider term, significant decline in general economic activity in a designated region. So, declining economic performance across an entire economy that lasts for several months. When I looked it up previously, I didn't get any of these expanded definitions of it. I just got the one where it talks about the GDP being down 2 consecutive quarters of economic decline. All right. This is from Yahoo Finance. Lack of debt means this couple with $500,000 of assets is on track to hit their modest retirement goals. So they're not millionaires. They got $5,000 worth of assets. So let's see what the deal is. We'll call them Martin and his wife Maria, live in Manitoba. Everything starts with an M. Let's see. Bring home $7,135 per month. That ain't bad, yo. That's not bad. They have 5 children. 4 live on their own. Oh, okay. So, right, because they're 52 and 55. So 4 live on their own, and 1 is at home while paying some student debt. And I'm not a fan of that. People say, I live at home. Everybody lives at home. Everybody lives at home. You mean you live with your parents? Maybe that's like a less shaming version of it by saying living at home while paying off some student debt. They have a combined RRSP savings of $51,206 and TFSA savings of $33,506. So that's another $84,000, almost $85,000 on top of this $5,000 of assets. Oh, unless that includes that amount. Pickup truck is worth, all right. Maria's $30,000 payment due from her employer at retirement. Okay, I'll take it. Home estimated value of $350,000. So that's most of this. So there's $150,000 on top of that. So how are they gonna? I don't know. No debts. Great. Other than a $15,000 balance on their vehicle loan. Okay, that's bad. Boom, boom, boom. That's bad. You want to get rid of that, obviously. Net worth at $495. Okay. That's net worth. So that doesn't help you. So if you stay in that house, that's great. You have a nice house, but what are you going to live on in retirement? So let's see what they need to do here. The family finance financial planner that has the Winnipeg office of Ottawa-based portfolio management firm Exponent Investment Management Inc. to work with them. All right. So on their side in planning is that they have no debt. They have no debts other than the $15,000 balance on their vehicle loan. On their side in planning retirement as they have no debt. This from Yahoo Finance page. They don't know what debt is either. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that student loans count as debt, that car payments count as debt. Anything where you have to send a payment to somebody that's not like a utility or something like that you pay for it for a month and then you get the service for a month, that's not debt. But the $15,000 balance on the vehicle loan, that's debt. So anyway, but this says they have no debt. So again, Yahoo Finance, I'll be more than happy to proofread stuff for you, or ideology proofread for you. because this is not incorrect English. It's just incorrect writing. This is a lie because they do have debt. All right, Martin has worked for his present employer for 7 years. None of that matters. Let's see. Total pension approximately $31,000. Oh, okay, $31,000 per year. So they'll have that. Maria has no company pension plan, so they got the $31,000 coming in. Social Security probably. Retirement cash goal is $5,000 after tax, and so that means income. That is obtainable, but they'll need to manage savings closely. Okay, what do they need to do? 80% of the present 15,048 maximum age 65 CPP pension amount. This is Canada, so different than like a 401k we would have here. Early application would cost her 36% of that. So got a great idea. Don't do early application for that. Work longer. At 65, she could add old age security at a present rate of $8,400 per year. Let's see, then sustain, account grows. Maximum income of $2,688 per year until she's 93. Okay, so that's half of it. And so Martin, let's see. Oh, she trying to retire at City. She might want to work till 65 as well. But it says Martin would work another 13 years to age 65. So, and what's his? So hers is 2688, and so they need like another 23 something. Boom, 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 boom. He'll be eligible for his full OAS, adding another $8,000 of annual taxable income. That's total. Okay. Work pension of $25.83. So they can just make it now. And so if these other bonuses and savings that they have, yeah, if they don't spend any of that, then probably they'll be all right then. And hopefully they can save some more, maybe even invest some more while they both continue to work. So they probably would indeed be all right if indeed they can make that. But the first thing I would do, of course, is pay off that $15,000 vehicle. Sid is here, and so we could start. All right. I appreciate that, Sid. Can we relax? Everybody can relax. Sid's here. There's a guy in the Ramsey Show chat that types that in every day. I'm here. Everybody can relax. Always type in, I'm less relaxed. Alrighty. Reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey/new, not run by Ramsey Solutions. Run by Ramsey Solutions is the Facebook group Ramsey Baby Steps Community. Make sure you use those exact words. Anything close to that, but not exact, is going to be a different community and is not run by Ramsey Solutions. This is run by fans. So let's see. I just feel more sensible buying a used car. Excellent. This is from Ad Zealous Ideal 7964. Debt free. There you go. Debt free fair. I'm out of debt and I've saved up enough money to buy a base model 4Runner. I'm not a millionaire yet, so it'll be a used one. Good. A lot of people who I probably shouldn't be listening to. A lot of people know the answers already when they ask questions. I think he's just doing statements, but a lot of people know what they should be doing already. Are telling me to buy new in this market, but I would feel better buying used. Yeah, not just because of Dave's principles. Oh, okay, what else? Help convince me this is the right... Why do you need to be convinced if you would feel better? You feel better, and it's Dave's advice. You're on the Dave Ramsey subreddit. Why not have that? Why not that be enough? Also, I want to say that it's likely I'll be signing up for a 2023, which will probably be a couple grand more. Signing up one to buy one. To buy a new one? I don't get what he's talking about. Let's see if the OP clarifies. Be buying one with less than 30k miles. That's not going to be a 2023 one, is it? You know, signing up for. You got to sign up for a used car. Yeah, because they do put out the 2023 models in 2022, right? That shows you how long I've been since I've had a new car. Let's see. This is from PGA Chris Golf. When is leasing a vehicle ever acceptable? The answer would be like ever. We are never, ever, ever leasing a vehicle together. We are never, ever, ever. Like ever. We're at baby step 5 and baby step 6, basically, with just a mortgage and saving for college, right? I wonder why it's basically. Wonder what other ishness stuff might be happening there. Because it's basically, it's not, we're up baby step 5 and 6. We have 2 younger kids and we're in point of a bigger car for family trips. Either SUV or minivan. How often do you take the family trips? Maybe rent a bigger van. Rent a SUV or minivan. Borrow one from a friend. Try to think outside the box. You don't need to. That's like the commercials that were running like before Thanksgiving about where the people bought a new bigger house so they could have a bigger kitchen to host Thanksgiving. That's one day a year. It's one day a year. How many trips we doing? We're not looking for anything luxurious, but would like brand new or relatively low mileage. That's fine if you pay cash, and that's less money that you're going to be putting on baby steps 5 and 6. So we're toying with the idea of leasing for 36 months because we're not sure the car we're planning to get will like long term. And so definitely get one of those if you're not sure you'll even like it. Leasing, brand new would be $50,000 to purchase, right? Which is why you don't really do that. So you get a used one. Let's see if they say how many. Always check for the OP to comment again to see how many trips they do a year. And so if it's like 1 or 2, ridiculous. Yeah, keyword need. Yep. It's not needing. Boom, boom, boom. That's a lot of comments. Yeah. Did I see that up there? Nope. Thought I saw an OP. Looking for a blue OP. This is basically something that the cost to lease for 3 years would be basically about the same as the vehicle depreciation. None of that matters. I get it. Leasing is generally an expensive wasteful option, but I was curious on whether there's ever an exception for an exceptional situation to lease. No. There we go. All right. Advice on how I should feel about the current house market. This is by FRA, FRA 1234567. Hello, I live in Tejas and we'd like to purchase a regular home, nothing fancy. No big yard, doesn't look great, not terrible. However, I'm having a difficult time swallowing the idea, phrasing, a house of that nature used to cost $130K to $180K 1 to 2 years ago, and now going for $230K to $80K. I don't know that is quite the situation I guess depends on the neighborhood in Texas, etc., etc. How do you get over the mindset and feeling? Well, basically, you go on the reality now. What the reality is now, that the price is the price now. You can't go back in time and buy it earlier, so that has nothing to do with you. However much it went up is however much it went up. And how much you can buy, how much house you can buy, depends on what kind of money, what kind of situation you are in now. So that's how you should feel about it. You shouldn't really feel anyway about it. It's finances, it's money, it's concrete. I mean, I know people are happy when they have financial peace. That's money related. But as far as like making decisions, your feelings shouldn't have anything to do with it, unless you're about to do something stupid and you have a bad feeling about this, as we do in all the Star Wars movies and some of the Indiana Jones movies. So that's the dealio on that. But you got to go with the numbers. So it doesn't matter what it was going for 5 minutes ago. It only matters what it's going for when you sign the mortgage for it and put the down payment on it. So if you don't like it, you save longer, put a bigger down payment on it. And of course, you want to stay in Dave Ramsey's recommendations for that, which is approximately, Sid came up with this, the 2.5 rule. You take your yearly income, yearly net income, so that it's less house. Yearly net income, and you multiply that by about 2.5 to 2.5, and then that's the amount of house you can afford under Dave's criteria. And the reason is that he wants to keep you from buying too much house, and that is so you can have money left over to complete the baby steps. 4, 5, and 6. You're investing 15% of your gross income into retirement. You are taking care of kid college if applicable. You are saving, just a little bit each month, investing in, having an ESA or 529. You're doing that. If you have little kids, you got a long time to do it. You can do a little bit per month. But then step 6 is to pay off that house. And the bigger the mortgage is, you don't have any money to pay extra on it. And so complete the baby steps 4, 5, and 6. Once those are done, that's baby step 7. And so that you paid off the house. And then you can have all your money, all your mortgage payment, that will go to you as well. But you can't do that if you say go over his advice. If you get a 30-year mortgage instead of a 15, you're much more liable to pay it off in 30 instead of earlier than 30. And so that just puts the baby step 7 further away. Let's see if the OP gives any more information. Nope. 10 years, it will probably cost $500,000. Yep. Which has nothing to do with you buying it today. So, unless if you want to use that criteria, like, oh, it does matter. If you want to pretend it matters what it was 1 to 2 years ago and what it is now, yeah, think about what it's going to be then. So you're going to wait and buy it later? Or are you just not going to buy it at all? You don't have to buy it. You can rent forever if you want to. That's the beauty of it. All right, let's see. Let's see if there's one more. I think we did this one already. Yeah, we did these because those are light blue. That means I clickety-clicked on them already. So we are all caught up. All right, upcoming streams. We got this show, obviously. The Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And that's even if the Ramsey Show is a replay. I'll probably do a game stream tonight of Uncharted. Almost certainly will do one. And that is, I don't know what time though. Not even when I announced the time. I used to do it at 8 p.m. Eastern time. But hardly any people showed up to watch it. Just one or two showed up to watch it live. Most people watch it after the fact. So it'll just be at some point tonight. So if you want to see it, you can look out for that. I did a tech support with Coach Steve Money last weekend, and probably will do another one this weekend. So I will be getting back in the swing of doing more video gaming live streams, and of course, if there's any like special Oak Island show, I'll recap that one. But otherwise, I think early November 2022 is when they debuted, like November 9th this year, I believe, is when the first episode of 2022. 2021 happened for this past season. All right. Of course, they're still hard at work there now, and they basically go every year until it gets too cold up there in the northeastern seaboard, in Oak Island, Nova Scotia. Alrighty. Give my links again. Let's reload again and see if we got that one more subscriber. No, still at 419. So somebody else will be lucky 420. Links, top of the chat, video description, also to the right side of my YouTube banner. I am Steve Simpson, also known as Coach Steve Money. I am a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach. And you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me if you got money problems or just want to make sure you're on the right track. You just click link, click the financial coaching. That will pop up this calendar, and you can select the day. You change the month, and you pick the date, October 12th. And click the time you want that appointment. And Calendar will let me know about that, and I will email you back and let you know what information I need in order to accurately financially assess you. And what's more, that is a free consultation, no strings attached. You don't ever have to talk to me anymore, ever, if you don't want to, but I'll tell you where you're at now. And of course, it's going to be with the Dave Ramsey stuff in mind. Let's see, the Dave Ramsey principles. I should say principles instead of stuff. Donations, I'm going to paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And if you'd like to talk to me about anything, you can ask me about anything at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. And you can ask me about the Ramsey stuff, about making the after show, about Oak Island, about video gaming stuff, computer stuff. I'm a 25 plus year PC tech. Or if you want to sing the Baby Step song or any of these other songs, get in touch with me and we will make that happen. You can pre-record it or you can sing it live. We have the technology. Alrighty, what up, Matt Daniels? I am not getting married. I just got a girlfriend recently. Not getting married yet. Thank you so much, though. Appreciate it. And I didn't have anything going on with the dogs. I guess maybe when I said George Camel bought a second dog, maybe you're referring to that. Or what he's doing is he just copied and pasted the same thing he put in another chat. It's very possible with Matt Daniels. You got to watch Matt Daniels. Alrighty. Hey, you guys make smart financial decisions every day.